you don't have to put it on your arm. You don't have to pump it up like this. Whether you are a caregiver or you want to take your own blood pressure, it will give you a reading. And even if you don't have the gift of sight, it can speak it. And there's another great idea with it too, but I'll let our guest tell you all about that. Denise Repko is joining me. She's been in the health and wellness industry for really her whole career, and so has her family. So we like to go to her because she truly knows what she's talking about. She is an expert, and it's good to see you today, Denise.
Good to see you too, my friend. Yeah, Advocate has been a global brand, been around for many, many, many decades. And this, honestly, I'm going to, pun intended here, you have to be your own best advocate when it comes to your health, because high blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason, and that is because half of American adults have it and don't even know it. So if you have been diagnosed with it, it's critical to take your blood pressure at home. But there's so many variables, and even our diagnostic tools like our cars and our microwaves and our refrigerators have things on it that you can push a button and it'll tell you if you need new batteries or if you need air in your tires or gasoline. Our bodies don't have it. You can't look at somebody and say, oh, that person has high blood pressure, so does that. This is what you need. It's a tool to help you figure it out.
So tell us how easy it is to use.
Super, super easy. And the biggest thing people do is put it on like a wristwatch. You want to put it on opposite a wristwatch. Now, we don't take our blood pressure reading live because you are supposed to follow the same protocol that you do at a doctor's office, meaning don't have crossed legs and sit quietly and even hold this monitor at about heart's level. And that's what this handy carrying case can do for you, allow you to hold your hand here. You push one button, it takes 40 seconds. And then the beauty is it'll talk to you through the whole process during the systolic, diastolic, your blood, your heart rate and all of that, and it'll give you that critical information. And if you want to put it on silent, you can. It'll speak to you in English or Spanish, but it's backlit, and those numbers are super, super big, and it interprets it with a color. So if it's green, that gives you the normal indicated reading. If it's yellow, it's cautionary or pre-hypertension. If it's red, it's hypertension. So what I love is if you have a sight impairment, you can listen to this. If you have a hearing impairment, you can look and see if it's green, yellow, or red. So it really covers all of the bases. It stores 90 readings, and it gives you all of the critical information that you can take then to your doctor's office. Put it in the carry case and scroll through and show your doctor what's been going on, because women, once they reach 65, they're higher risk candidates than men. As we age, our blood vessels lose elasticity. We can't see that, but our bodies recognize it, and that could be a factor. Your diet, whether you exercise, your stress level, different medications that you take could all change and alter your blood pressure. So it really is truly a critical diagnostics tool to give you that invaluable information to be your own, again, best advocate for your health.
We're going to show you a video, and it kind of walks us through exactly what you're going to do. Kind of explain what we're going to see here, or what we are seeing.
Yeah, so this nice lady is taking her blood pressure for us. You put it on opposite a wristwatch, just about an inch or two below the crease of the wrist, and you can use that case to elevate your blood pressure monitor at about heart's level. You push one button, and it starts to do that process. Now, this whole process takes about 40 seconds, so it's important to sit quietly, uncross those legs, and look at the big display. Big numbers, but backlit, so it interprets for you. You don't have to be a medical professional to know, well, is that a good reading? Is it a bad reading? Because actually, the World Health Organization and American Heart Association changed the guidelines for those numbers recently, and everybody's different. My normal blood pressure might be different than your normal blood pressure. But if you don't know what you're doing, you might think, well, maybe mine's high because it's significantly, the numbers are really different than yours. So this does all the hard work and that guesswork for you.
Well, the whole thing about this is that you actually, like we say, typically, when you get your blood pressure taken, for me, if I'm in a doctor's office, there's always, sometimes your blood pressure tends to be a little higher because you're just a little on edge, or it's cold in the room or whatever, and you're just a little nervous. This is a great way to be able to take it at home. And you might be somebody who you think, oh, I'm fine, I don't need it, But I gotta tell you, there are definitely times where I'm so glad I have it. Whether it's that somebody, you know, older than me is in my home, or if it's for, you know, what if it's Mark or me and all of a sudden we're feeling weird, you know, or whatever, and you just like, we better take our blood pressure, you know, or something to that effect. I know exactly where mine is, and I've got this exact same one at home. And so if I need it, I know right where it is. I can go get it and we can use it. And the thing is, it only, I was going to say it takes 2 AAA batteries.
Correct,
So,
and they're included.
And they're included. So put them in when you get it home, because then, I mean, those batteries can sit in there a long time. But the whole thing is that it's ready to go. Now, the other thing I was going to show you is that it even has like little pictures right here on the actual cuff.
How to put it on. Exactly. So, if you get confused about how to wear it, there's your diagram.
Right.
It also comes with this little template here inside of your directions, inside of your box, to let you know exactly what to do if you get confused when you get it home, because it is important to put it on properly. When you get to the doctor's office, so many people have that white coat syndrome, so you might blow that false reading. Why? That's why it's important to bring this with those 90 stored readings. And I'll tell you, Mary Beth, both my parents are taking their blood pressure several times a day because they've got medicines that they need to know if they need to increase or decrease. So, you know, they're just at that age. This is the invaluable tool, just like a scale or a thermometer, to be your own best advocate for your health.
It really makes a difference. And the other thing is that it will, when it stamps those 90 memories, you know, 90 readings, it gives you the date. It, you know, it really makes sure that the time, so you know whether it was in the morning, was it, you know, before you ate or drank anything, was it after you had your cup of coffee? I mean, seriously, that can make a big difference. In fact,
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but when you do home monitor, they do say, you know what, give yourself 5 minutes, preferably before that morning cup of coffee, just to sit quietly, so you don't have that false reading of, you know, a heightened run or just that elevation of caffeine in your system. So that's a good protocol to follow as well. But when you have it, then you can take it several times a day, and then you have the documentation because it stores it for you. So it's a great tool to have.
Here's the thing I just want you all to know. There are less than 400 of these to go around. And you know what? I've seen it sell out before, and then it takes a while to get some more back in. I've brought you and presented a lot of different blood pressure monitors. This, to me, is the easiest. It really, truly is. And, you know, and you want to get it as nice and snug as you can. All right? And then you can turn it on. And like we say, we don't do it here in the studio because, first of all, I'm busy talking. You know, and I actually ate something right before I came on air because I need my, you know, stomach not to rumble for the next 3 hours. So anyway, and I eat breakfast so blasted early. So anyway, but the whole thing is that it's so simple. Definitely get it. The price is right, $31.98, and that's $8 less than our QVC price. So definitely have one in your house, maybe even 2. In the meantime, Denise, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
See you soon, my friend.
You too. Bye-bye.